All right, two video in one day. What an awesome way to start this month, hey? All right, so I have this Smithey Farmhouse Skillet for a long time. So last time I reviewed this one, it was 2 years ago when I first bought it. So now 2 years after, I wouldn't say daily use, but definitely use it maybe 2 or 3 times a week to cook different dishes. So you can see how it looks now. Okay, you can see it's all darkened. And also here's the back. Really well conditioned still, well seasoned. The handle is still very good. Everything is really the way it's supposed to be. If you don't maintain it, meaning after you cook it, you don't clean it right away, you don't season it, then it will start to rust like many other carbon steel. But you can see this one is in really good shape. Pretty evenly seasoned and maintained. So what do I cook over here? I cook sausage, egg, bacon, sealing for sealing all the steak, pork chop, lamb, like all kinds of food I can cook in this one. If you want a nice browning of the meat, I think it's really hard to beat carbon steel, and this is why I get this one. 2 year, and this is how it turns out. I'm gonna post a link how it looks when I first got this skillet, and you can see side by side, open to a separate video, and you can compare how it aged and how it worn in over time. As you can see, I don't really maintain the back. It looks like the surface of the moon, but the front is the surface is what it matters. Very well seasoned or darkened evenly, and there's really no crazy hot spot in certain area, and it's really evenly heated every time I use it. So here's my 2 year review. I definitely recommend to buy this one because it looks beautiful, all hand built. It's not like your typical large cast iron, which is super heavy, super thick, and takes. The problem with the large cast iron is that it takes a long time to heat it up to begin with. But with carbon steel, I find it takes extremely short amount of time for it to heat up. So if you are one of those impatient people like me, you want this pan to heat up at the point where it's ready to do some cooking. So I think this is a good choice. And also because it's more sensitive to temperature change. So as you turn down the heat, you can see the change happen right away. With cast iron, it kind of retain heat longer. So even if you, let's say you try to avoid something from getting burned, you lower the heat, it will take cast iron a while for it to lower the temperature. So you have to actually put it away from the stove for it to cool down faster. But with carbon steel, it's really fast. I usually lower temperature into half and then just leave it off a little bit, wait for it to cool down and put it back, and then it's good. So if you love steak, cooking any, sealing any meat, I think you can't beat carbon steel here. And when it comes to carbon steel, I think this one looks the best. I think right now, maybe they have different style. Something is more deeper if you are cooking something more liquid. But to me, this one is good because if you have more, if you have a bigger or a deeper pan, it's gonna be heavier. I try to be as one hand as possible, so I can do like this and put the butter to the steak, that kind of thing. It's easier, and it's a big service area, so I can lay a bunch of bacon and all that on the side, and it's still hot enough to cook it. Okay, so I love this thing. 2 year now. So let's see how it looks. Maybe like year 3 or year 5. Okay, this one definitely aged well, and it's really well built. Nothing come loose and nothing's wobbling. Most important thing is after you heat it up, you don't want it wobble. This one there's no wobbling. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment if you have something similar, or you find something better than the Smithey skillet that is reasonably priced. I don't want to buy something like 700 which served the same function. Okay, leave me a comment. We can always talk about this stuff. It's fun stuff. Thank you. Talk to you later. Bye bye.